What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Draper J, aka Brother Baldhead, aka The Mustache Menace, aka Mr. Brown Sipper. And I'm here to hit you with another episode of All About the Bills. In this episode, I'm going to recap the Steelers versus our Buffalo Bills, of course. And I'm going to preview the Denver Broncos versus, again, our Buffalo Bills. And I'm also touch on the national media hatred on Josh Allen. Let's get into it. All right, now, as you know, we played the Pittsburgh Steelers prime time, Sunday night, big lights, and we won 26-15. Let me use a stat line rundown on that game. Big Ben, 21 for 37, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Over for us, Josh Allen, 24 for 43, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Rushing wise, James Conner, 10 carries, 18 yards, only 18 yards. Jalen Samuel, 4 carries, 15 yards. Benny Snell Jr., Kentucky product, 3 carries, 14 yards. Over for us, Buffalo Bills, had Zach Moss, 13 carries, 43 yards, 3.3 a clip. Motor, Devin Singletary, 7 carries, 32 yards, 4.6 a clip. Josh Allen carried the ball 6 times, 28 yards, 4.7 a clip. And over on as far as the receivers, pass catchers, Juju wannabe. TikTok and Juju. How y'all feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Hit me up in the comment section. What if I posted on Facebook? Over on Twitter, YouTube, down on the gram. Holler at me on the gram. How y'all feel about that? Juju, 6 catches, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. James Washington, 3 catches, 29 yards, 1 touchdown on Levi. I'll touch on that in a minute. Poor Levi. He can't even catch a break. Over for us, it was the Stephon Diggs show. 10 catches, 130 yards, 1 touchdown, 13 yards a clip, 13 yards a catch. Cole Beasley, sauce balls. 5 catches, 41 yards. Dawson Knox, 4 catches, 34 yards, excuse me. Gabe Davis, had 3 catches, 19 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, defense for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's like a trend, a 1-2-1, or 1-1-2, or something like that. Trend over there on the defense. You had 1 sack, 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles. Us, we was just as active, you know what I'm saying, relatively speaking in my mind. We had 1 sack, 2 interceptions, and a forced fumble. Now, let me set up a little storyline of this game. You know what I'm talking about? So, prime time, Sunday night, waiting all day. I was watching all the other games. I was like, it's cool. Y'all doing y'all thing. Okay, I respect that. But, y'all know my Bills, my Buffalo Bills play later on tonight. So, I'm getting my, my food and stuff ready. I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat later, what beverage I'm going to drink, how much brown I'm going to consume, because like I said, I'm Mr. Brown Sipper, as y'all know. I'm thinking of how much brown I'm going to consume. And then, and I'm thinking about we're going to have a fresh Color Rush jersey on. Then all throughout the week, even the day of, I got all my friends, my partners, my brother, all of us hit me up like, what y'all going to do tonight? We're going to cut up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to win. We're going to get that W. And I ain't even talked to my brother since then. I can't even get him on the phone trying to check on him. He's still a fan. He ain't returning my call. No, I'm just joking. I talked to him about a couple days ago. Matter of fact, the next day after, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Melvin Alvin Jackson, who's always, supported me in my endeavor in the podcasting realm. He's always been very positive, He's seen what I'm doing. He really like what I'm doing. Just shout out Big Bro. You know what I'm talking about? He'll still a fan. Love him to death. He on the right track but the wrong train. You know what I'm saying? If you can get what I'm saying. Now moving along back to the storyline of the game. First half, it seemed like it was gonna be a defensive struggle. It was tight. I don't know how many punts in between, back and forth. We punt, they punt. We stopped them, they stopped us. So when they scored that very first touchdown on Levi, I was like, damn, it would have to be Levi. Levi, you got to be ready at all times. Like I said in past shows, even if you dig the content on this YouTube channel, on Facebook when I'm dropping everything, you can check me out over on with Built-in Buffalo. That's that's the brand I'm rocking with. We do a show live on IG, me and my guy A Rich. And I've even said it on a show back or so on Levi. Levi, when he came back off injury, I was more or less like, look, Levi, you're on consignment. You know what I'm saying? Each game is an audition for me to feel like if you can be that second cornerback. Ever since then, he's been playing substantial. I'm not gonna say outwardly. He's doing decent. Of course, you being the other corner of a shutdown, on the other side of a shutdown corner, of course, they're gonna pick him. So you have to hold your own. So when Levi gave it up, oh man, of course Levi. And then for some reason, we woke up. We moved the ball down, got 3. So I was like, okay, cool. We at least, it's 7-3. They got the ball with maybe a minute left or so, a little bit over a minute left. So they can, drive. They can drive down and score. We can stop. Hoping for a stop. I was looking like, let's stop. Let's just stop and get the ball back at the half, and we good. We get the ball back after the half. But then Tyron Johnson comes out there, makes a big boy pick 6 to the house, and to me, that changed the whole outlook of the game. That changed the whole outlook of the game to me. Tyler Bass, sure, he went out there and missed the field, missed the extra point. Now at this point in my life, or as far as the season, with Tyler Bass, I'm not really even worried about Tyler Bass, because I looked at his stat line from when the beginning of the season. He had he's had maybe a 5-game stretch where he really not missed. He's been automatic. So I wasn't worried about that. I was like, okay, he's still a rookie. He's going through growing pains. This coaching staff believes in him and keeps trotting him out there to kick field goals and extra points. So I'm not worried about it. Okay, we're still up. We're still good. All right, now we come out 9-7 out the half, and all of a sudden it becomes the Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs show. And it's like they were like, I guess for whatever happened in the locker room, they were like, well, you know what? We got the better athlete out here on offense, Stephon Diggs. We got him. Josh Allen has progressed a whole lot. Hey, how about we make those two guys hook up? Just throw. Hey, Josh, just throw the step. Throw over the Diggs over there. Just see what happens. And he produced every time. And it was unbelievable. Like, how could you leave this guy, who is amongst the top 5 in receiving yards this season, wide open? It's like he was just sitting down in zone coverage. And when you're a good receiver and you have the rapport with your quarterback, you know, okay, when I'm going into zone coverage and I feel zone coverage, just sit down. Get enough separation, sit down, make yourself wide enough to be a target. And they got that rapport. And it was like certain times, it's like, damn, y'all didn't know he was going to throw the ball to Stephon Diggs. 14? Come on now. And that was the recipe second half. And once they got going, then you start seeing smoke. I mean, not smoke, sorry. Smoke is not even here. You start seeing Cole Beasley, sauce. You start seeing Cole Beasley do his thing. Then you start seeing Gabe Davis. And shout out to Josh Allen for that for that little shoulder fake to hold off the corner and make the safety step up and put it into a hole where only a few quarterbacks could only make that throw. And I'm still wondering, like, why is so much hatred on Josh Allen? He gave you that throw to Gabe Davis. Not too many quarterbacks can make that throw. And just a week before on prime time, Monday night, big lights, made the throw right over Fred Warner's hands where he barely can get it, and he got it to Gabe Davis. I don't know, but like I said, I'm going to get into that a little bit later. We're going to be cool on that. Moving along, the defense is starting to round into form. Check out the stat line by just the defense now. Like I said earlier, like I alluded to earlier, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, forced fumble. We held Big Ben, a future Hall of Famer, to 177 passing yards. And we made him turn the ball over twice. A pick six and another interception. Held their rushing offense, which they really haven't been doing much of. Or are they good at it or what? Are they trying to just bank on Big Ben or what? To me, they're 11-2 now, but I really don't see them winning no championship this year. Because you can't be balanced. You can't be nothing. You can't be balanced, you can't be nothing in the NFL. Let me move along though. 47 yards rushing. We haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher, and I don't know how long, but it's like that defense is starting to round into form, and maybe that might be a product of not having a preseason while the defense started off slow. But right now, they seem like they're picking up, they're heating up, and they're playing along with the same level as players Josh Allen, which is what you need leading into the playoffs, which is what we need. As Bills fans, as Bills Mafia. And let me give a shout out to Levi Wallace. You gave it the touchdown earlier. You come back and give me something to kind of cheer for or root for, and you give me the semi-acrobatic pick. Even though Big Ben saw the receiver late, you did get beat. Let's be for real with it. You did get beat. But you had the wherewithal to locate the ball, turn around, pick it. Number hands now. You caught it with number hands. And give us a chance to go ahead and close out that game. You really realize we had the ball for over 7 minutes. Once we got that pick, we held the ball, and we got first down after first down to close that game out. I don't have the stat line or the stats in front of me, but when you can have the ball last for at least over 7 minutes and close out a game with the lead, you're going to win those games. I mean, that's a recipe for winning every time, unless you give the ball back to them. All right? Now, let me move along to our current matchup that's going to be coming up. I'd say it's a semi-prime time game. I really don't count it as a prime time. It's 3:30. It's Saturday, but it's only 2 games on. We one of the games. We the early game. They should have gave us a night game. But then, I'm a Bills fan. I'm ecstatic. Whenever we play, it's almost like Christmas Eve the night before. So go on, give me my Bills as early as possible. All right. As you know, our next upcoming opponent beat the Carolina Panthers last week. Denver Broncos beat the Carolina Panthers 32-27. Let me give you the stat line in that game. Drew Lock, 21 for 27, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns for the Panthers. Teddy B, Teddy Bridgewater, Teddy Two Gloves, whatever you like to call him. 30 for 40, 283 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Rushing, Melvin Gordon, 13 carries, 68 yards. Phillip Lindsay, 11 carries, 24 yards, over there for the Panthers. Yeah, Mike Davis, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. Teddy B also carried the ball 3 times, 31 yards and a touchdown. All right, receiving wise, KJ Hamler had a big game. He didn't amass over 100 yards, but he had 2 catches, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns, 43 yards a catch. Jared Judy. I'm highlighting these 2 for a reason. Now I get to that in my keys to the game. Jared Judy, you had 2 catches, 42 yards, 21 yards per catch. And look like Tim Patrick, Nick Wright, they've also had touchdowns in every respectable areas. And I'm thinking they probably got those. I didn't watch the game. And I'm thinking they probably got those touchdowns maybe like red zone. So we might need to look out for those two when it comes to red zone opportunities when we play these guys. Every big game for the Buffalo Bills is the next game, and it's the Denver Broncos. You never want to overlook anybody in the NFL. These guys get paid millions to win games also. Over there for the Carolina Panthers, Robbie Anderson, 8 catches, 84 yards. 10.5 yards per catch. Curtis Samuel, 7 catches, 68 yards. 9.7, almost 10 yards himself per catch. Pharaoh Cooper, 3 catches, 52 yards. 17.3 yards a catch. That might mean they're susceptible to big plays themselves. But let me slide into my next thing. Let me slide into this. Now, in this upcoming matchup, the Denver Broncos have 25th ranked offense. And I saw somewhere, I think it was on the NFL Network, where they're like the second most team in giveaways. And we have the 20th ranked defense that seems to be gelling at the right time. 20th doesn't sound good. It isn't mind-blowing by no means. It doesn't mean like we're going to be the best of all time. This is Super Bowl year. On paper, it does not look good. But we gelling. We come together at the right time. I think in the last 3 games, we've had at least 1 to 2 takeaways. So that's something to kind of look at now. We're gelling. We're coming into form at the right time against a team that may give it up to us. All right. Now that defense, 16th ranked. Now, 16th ranked is nothing really to sneeze at. They can beat 16, maybe 17 teams out of this league because of their rank. Give them a good day, they can beat them. But we got Josh Allen. In our chat over there in Built-in Buffalo, Built-in Buffalo is the brand, by the way. Built-in Buffalo is the brand. We have a chat, and I want to say my guy DM3 or somebody in the chat said they had so many injuries, and Josh Allen could eat this game. And in my keys to the game, I'm gonna get to that. He may eat. He may have a big game. So now let's get into some of the storyline. Drew Lock threw for what? 280 yards, 4 touchdowns. Man, it looked good. Four touchdowns. Man, that's what you want out of your young quarterback. But look what defense he played. The defense really that's on the rebuild, on the rebound, trying to find their way themselves. Now the defense is really trying to have championship aspirations or expectations, right? So you look at us, and that's what we're trying to do. Let's see what you do against us. We're getting to that point to where we can be a top 5 defense leading into the playoffs, right? All right, this is me. I mean, if somebody, say I'm just talking out the side of my neck, I'm doing too much, tell me. But I believe we can be. And a lot of those plays that he got, those 280, 4 touchdowns, those were chunk plays. Those were chunk plays. You know what I'm saying? KJ Hamler, 43 yards a catch. That's unworldly. That's not going to happen every game. Jared Judy, 2 catches, 42 yards, 21 yards a catch. Come on, man. That's not going to happen every game. So we mitigate those. We can be in good shape. And back to Josh. But Josh should have a good game this game. He should have a monster game. And guys like Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, Sauce Boss, Gabe Davis, they should be a big part of this offense. We may not have Smoke back. I don't foresee we should have him back. Like I said, my whole thing is we should get Smoke back the Dolphins game. And hopefully that game doesn't even count. He can just get a little burn, shake the rust off, get ready for the playoff. Get maybe 10, 15 snaps. But those three right there should be real pivotal in this game right here. Now, let me move on to the keys to the game for me. All right, first key to the game: pressure the quarterback to get those turnovers. He's young. Let's see what he has. Can he handle that pressure? All right. Next key to the game: Motor and Mouse should run the ball respectfully. Give me 4 yards of carry. 4 yards of carry in the combination between those two. It should be at least 85 yards and somebody get in the end zone. I don't remember when we even had a rushing touchdown outside of Josh. Our quarterback shouldn't be our leading rushing touchdown getter. That shouldn't be so. Y'all get paid to run the ball. And I know it's by design, it may be by matchups. David may see, hey, we're going to roll with Josh. He has complete control of the offense. We trust him. But we got to get balance. Everybody has to get balance. At least 4 yards of touch between both of those two. Next, back to that monster game that Josh should be having. Key to the game. My key: Josh should throw for 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns. Let me get into the key, not the key to the game. Let me get into the game prediction, the score prediction. All right. This is about the biggest or the widest score prediction I've given out this year. If you watch me on I Built in Buffalo IG Live, I give kind of smaller or closer game predictions. This is about the biggest one. All right. 40-15. This should be a game where we're just in control from the beginning to the end. It probably get a little dicey here and there. They may get close by maybe 10 points, 14 points. But this should be, I say should, that's a disclaimer, because these are NFL athletes also. This should be a game where we take control from the beginning and keep control. All right, now, let me move into the meat and potatoes of the show. I had to take a breath before this one. I normally don't do this or just talk about any type of negativity on this show, but if you watch my channel for a while, I'm big on supporting. I'm a big Josh Allen supporter. Even way back when I did the trial versus the Josh Allen trial or Josh Allen expectations show, that was my thing. Hey, I'm in a quarterback that line up and suit up for the Buffalo Bills. I'm behind you, and I'm gonna get into some of that in just a second. All right, let's name some of the names that's been very negative as far as our Buffalo Bills. Nickwright, of course, he's at the top of everybody's hit. Keyshawn Johnson, Dominique Foxworth. I'm very disappointed in this guy. For you to be a black man and say what you said, that the Bills fans or the Josh Allen fans they have flags in their yard. Basically, I guess we all Trump supporters. I'm very disappointed in that. That was very stupid for him to say. I don't even know what point he was trying to make. Some guys, I be wondering damn, y'all play the game? Y'all actually play the game. I'm a dude who looks up to y'all damn, I wish I could even had that chance. And y'all show when y'all talk that y'all morons or y'all stupid. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's me. I mean, some people may be like, you know what, that was a spot on, reaction or whatever. That's neither here nor there. That's for a later debate. But those are those guys. Let's jump over to the guys who've been on our bandwagon since day one. And I give Michael Robinson the go ahead because of he was one of those guys that might have been like everybody else until one day, you know what, I'm finna go. They got me scheduled to go down to the Bills training camp. That was before the 2019 season. He actually got a chance to see Josh Allen with his own eyes. And he actually got to see how this dude works. He actually got to see how the team gravitate towards him. He actually got to see all those things firsthand versus what I'm hearing from my counterparts, my cohorts or whatever, for a lack of better term, that the Bills are this, the Bills are that. He was one of the first ones, like, you know what? This team actually might have a chance to be good. And he said it, and he confidently said it. I ain't gonna lie, I thought Mike Wild was crazy. I'm a Bills fan. I'm like, man, we done heard this a lot of times before. Somebody comes to our training camp, they all, oh, the Bills are good, they this and that. Then we end up 79, 6-10, very mediocre, 8-8, something like that, right? But he stuck with it, and we made the playoffs. And for that, Mike Rob, to me, you're a part of Bills Mafia. I like that. You know what I'm saying? When you somebody that sticks to your gun, okay, I'm gonna ride with this. And I ain't gonna deter from it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm gonna keep riding with it. And he rolled with us, and he stayed with us. Now, let's move to the next person, Dan Orlovsky. Dan Orlovsky, he's always kind of been that guy that always, he's, I ain't gonna say not taken seriously as far as the ESPN staffing, but his voice wasn't heard as much because maybe he was a backup his whole career. I watched him in college. You know what I'm saying? He was a pretty good quarterback in college, but you never did it in the NFL, so we just not gonna listen to you too much. But from the beginning, he was always like, you know what? This Josh Allen kid might be all right. He might be this. And then he further goes into it to break the gameplay down of Josh Allen. He goes into it and shows, like, you know what? This throws because this, blah, blah, blah. He even broke down the Sunday Night Football, the pass to Gabe Davis, how he did the little shoulder fake to freeze the corner, make him come up on Cole Beasley and make the safety think, okay, he going right there, or freeze him right there in his place and make a throw not too many quarterbacks in this league can make. That's where I'm getting at. He makes a throw like that, and you still have detractors or people out there that constantly keep saying, oh, he's not good, or the Bills didn't beat anybody, or this blah, blah, blah. Okay, I hear you. But these are people those are the ones who have never really even watched the Bills game. These two guys, these two gentlemen I just named right here are people that now, okay, I'm hearing the noise. Let me check out and see what's going on. Let me move along. Mel Kiper Jr., the draft guru, one of the few that said Josh Allen was going to be good. But, I can't listen to him here every year because he's always saying somebody's going to be good. He's this, he's that. He's always going to throw the upside, which is nothing wrong with that. These are young gentlemen who are going to be making millions one day. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be making millions one day. You know what I'm saying? So don't be a hater. Be happy for him. But he said it from day one, and he had a fiery take the other day. Like, I've been defending Josh Allen from day one, from year 1, year 2, year 3. And let's break it down. How can people still say Josh Allen is not this or not that when his first season he gave you signs, or he showed you that he could be good? Who saw him jumping over Anthony Barr's head that day? Who saw him doing it? That showed the whole rest of the team, I'm your quarterback. I'm your guy. I put my body on the line for y'all to win. If I go out here and get broke up, okay, cool. We ain't gonna worry about that. Sitting in the backup. But I got us this first down. That sends a message. And let's not forget those 2 games he had against Miami his first year. Let's not forget when Jalen Ramsey called him trash and he ran one in. Or a matter of fact, Robert Foster, who's on the Packers practice squad right now, stood in the pocket like a gangster and threw a straight laser to lead Robert Foster down the field for the touchdown. That's year 1. Year 2. Let's get into this. Year 2. Leading into this year, He had maybe 3 game-winning drives, fourth quarter comebacks. He gets what, 8 game-winning drives. So many fourth quarter comebacks. The Dallas game. Let's not forget about the Dallas game Thanksgiving. Let's not forget about that. He gets the snap, fumbles the snap. First thing I thought, dang, we just messed up on that one. We ain't gonna get that one. He reaches down, grabs the snap. I can't talk about this enough. And fights 2 yards or a yard. I don't know. I might be overdoing it. Let's say a yard. He fights a whole yard just to get the first down. The whistle isn't blown, so I'm finna keep fighting. Y'all MVP, Cam Newton, Super Bowl, 15-1 Cam. He fumbles the ball and he just stares there and looks at it. This kid hasn't won anything. He hasn't even been a winner in the NFL. He hasn't even been to the playoffs at this point in his career. He hasn't won an MVP, anything. Reaches down, grabs the ball, and fights. And that sends a message to his team. Hey, I got y'all. Y'all right here. I'll put y'all on my back. I need y'all. I need y'all to respond to this defense. I hope y'all watch. Y'all ready? Because I'm going to lead us down to go and get us a touchdown. And in the same season, against the Patriots later on, was it Monday? I think it was Monday night. Sunday night? Monday night. A fourth down. He goes and they do the quarterback sneak. He gets face mask. They do not call it. He still gets the first down. Same game. He stands in the pocket. What does he do? Throw a laser strike to John Brown. Runs a nasty post corner on him for the touchdown. Now, let me move on to the next person. Chris Sims. He always, every time he comes to our training camp, he believes in or digs our quarterback. I think he came to our training camp when we had Fitzpatrick. He was talking about Fitz is the guy, blah, blah, blah. So I never could really believe him. But he's always said that. He said that about Josh Allen from the beginning. And he stood on it. These guys right here are the same guys that if we win a Super Bowl, they will get the very first access to our team or our quarterback. Y'all understand that? Now let's talk about some of the guys who flip-flopped. I'm just going to name these honorable mentions. Brandon Marshall. He was another one that was hard on us. He's on the same show with Nick Wright. Now he's starting to see the light. Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman. They used to be hard on us, but now they started singing our praise. And shout out to those names I just named right there in that little category. The honorable mentions, the flip-floppers. Well, you know what? We might have been wrong, but you know, we were willing to admit we were wrong. First, Dominic Foxworthy. Ain't even worth my breath. We're not gonna even get that type of trash related. Well, okay, let's move on to Nick Wright. All right, Nick Wright. He's really trolling at this point. That's all he's doing. He's trolling. Cause he knows if he says anything negative at this point about Bills Mafia or the Bills Mafia is gonna blow his DMs up, blow his mentions up, and which we've been doing. We've been giving him, cause just think about it. When he says something, he has a little small, slight smirk. Talking about, they changed my Wikipedia page. I'm gonna sue somebody. He ain't finna sue nobody. He likes the attention. You know what I'm saying? He's a media diva. He likes the attention. So he's not gonna call anybody, sue anybody. He likes it. Cause I think at one point, guys like Nick Wright, who don't want to just admit they wrong. At one point, they probably was like, you know what? These are the same old Bills. Same old mentality. The same thing with Keyshawn Johnson. I'm going to get into him in just a second, too. I'm going to touch on him for a hot second. The same old Bills mentality. They just won last year. They were the same ones saying, okay, they didn't beat anybody. They was this, they was that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, shit, we can't do nothing but play who they put on our schedule. I can't help it that they missing this piece or that piece. We win, we get in. That's the whole purpose of this, right? So you can't fault us. You need to fault the NFL, I guess. And matter of fact, the teams on our schedule were harder this year, and we had more wins at this point in the season. It's crazy how they still doubt us, or they still doubt Josh Allen. It's crazy. But let me get back to my point. I think guys like Nickwright at some point was like, yeah, these are the same old Bills, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to keep this same old narrative. And everybody in the circle was agreeing. Now you starting to get your Colin Cowherd, you know what? These guys are actually straight. They, even Brandon Marshall on the same show, these guys are actually straight. You know what I'm saying? You had guys like Mike Robb, you had Dan Orlovsky, you had Mel Kiper Jr., Chris Sims. Those guys, and even their personalities, be like, those guys are kind of weird. They're kind of different. I don't believe them. Nah, they really just to make a real impact in this league. You know what I'm saying? They were just like secondary, third, primary players or whatever on teams or Super Bowl teams or whatever. They never were really that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, but now you got your Brandon Marshalls, now Colin Cowherd, Stephen A., Max Kellerman. Some of the most prominent heard voices on TV. I think at this point with Nickwright, he's probably like, I'm gonna stick with the same narrative. I ain't gonna go with them. I'm just gonna stick with my narrative that Josh Allen's this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just gonna roll with that. And then he's seeing all the attention he's getting from our fan base. And he's liking it because it's keeping it relevant. That's all it's doing. It's keeping it relevant. But that's what he knows it's doing. Some people know that, okay, I'll be the bad guy as long as it keeps me relevant. When you're gonna be a 30-second hot take guy, every time you say something, it's gonna get posted on social media everywhere. They're gonna be, then it's gonna get more clicks back to you, more follows, more likes. What Nickwright is gonna end up doing when it comes close to playoff time, he's gonna be one of those guys that's gonna be like, oh, you know what? I might be wrong. Josh Allen might be that guy. He might be blah, blah, blah. He might be. I know. You've been feeling like that probably about 3 or 4 weeks now. You couldn't leave that narrative alone because it's getting you likes. Now, okay, I'm going on this side of the narrative because I know if I go on this side, I'm going to still be relevant. As that finally, he done came over. They're going to tweet and retweet, DM you and all that, and they're going to be all in your mentions just because of that. Now, with Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn, before he even played the 49ers, before he even played Pittsburgh, he going to say that we haven't played anybody. We beat the Seahawks. We beat Russell Wilson and made him look very pedestrian. And that's y'all MVP. Y'all quoting. My MVP was 17 and playing Buffalo. That's my MVP. We and matter of fact, just recently, we showed out on Monday night. Then we came back and beat Big Ben. Y'all Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saying he gonna be a Hall of Fame when he hang it up, right? And we want Hail Mary away. And I say Hail Mary, not Hail Mary. We want Hail Mary away from winning, about 6 in a row, 7 in a row or something like that. We can't help who we play now. I mean, if it's not up to your standard, we can't help who we play. Will nobody be crying for us if we lost all 6 of those games? Or we were one out of that 6 or so. How many of it was since we lost that game? And then they say, oh, they beat the Rams. Oh, they beat the Rams early. Come on now. We beat the Rams early, so it don't count. They on our schedule. So what can we do about that? The NFL, you might want to go and bring that beef up with the NFL. And then, after that, maybe the next day, I listen to ESPN radio. He brings up saying, I don't know, maybe it might be what the radio station or ESPN want him to do, He comes on there with a radio promo. Hey, after the Patriots beat the New England Patriots, after the Rams beat the New England Patriots, the Patriots we know are not going anywhere. Oh, after the Rams beat the Patriots, I'm gonna tell you how they're gonna win the Super Bowl. What? On they morning show, Keyshawn, Will, and Zubon. What? So you just said a couple days or a day or so earlier that We beat the Rams. That didn't matter. We beat them earlier. But now the Rams beat the Patriots. I guess the Bill Belichick Patriots, put that in quotation. Like, that really means something at this point. You don't have Tom Brady, so y'all very vulnerable. We're going to show you that on Monday night in about 2 weeks. But we got the Broncos. We ain't going to worry about that right now. So if they beat them, now they have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Come on now. We beat both of those teams right there you just named. So, and we didn't beat nobody. And you're saying because they beat the Patriots, the Bill Belichick-led Patriots, how they may win the Super Bowl in your eyes. Man, stop it. And let's go take it a step further with Nick Wright. You talking about whatever the last 2.5 months, whatever time frame you want to frame it to make your argument or your debate right, statistical wise. We still have 10 wins. So you mean to tell me if you take Josh Allen off this team and replace him with Matt Barkley, let's even say the quarterback that we had before Josh Allen, Tyrod Taylor, and I was a big Tyrod Taylor fan till I opened my eyes and really seen like what a real quarterback looks like. You mean to tell me you could have gave us either one of those guys and we can have 10 wins in this season with this schedule? Just stop it. Just be cool. Just be quiet. Let me get off my soapbox. Finally, about the national media. Let me end my show. This was very fun. I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed the content I'm bringing you. If you want to, get as far as like see any of my content or get like just straight access to all my content, go on aatb.buzzsprout.com. It has link to all my social media sites. It has link to all my my YouTube, and you can listen to the podcast straight from the interface itself of Buzzsprout, or you can click on whatever your link, whatever you subscribe to. I'm on Deezer, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it, I'm on it. And hook me up, look me up. BIB and AATB, Built in Buffalo, all about the Bills. We're a brand. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it trend. Let's make it in. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm out of here like last year. Peace.